In this video, I'll quickly just run you through an overview of some of the goals, specifically the goals that are generally used by the Infusionsoft user. So it's not really something that your customer or prospect, it's not something triggered by an action they take. It's something that's specifically done by your staff, be it a sales team or anything like that. So let me just drag a goal over here. Now you've seen in the previous video, when you click on the small icon here, you then get a list of the options. And you'll then see under here we've got the option of user goals. So here we've got goals that the contact will do. So the contact clicks on a link or submits a web form, reaches a particular score or purchases a product. But what your internal staff would do would be these ones here. And I'll just briefly talk about them. So the submits an internal web form is just that. It's a web form that doesn't live on a website. It lives internally in your Infusionsoft system, and it's really there just for your staff. And it's for repetitive things, so for updating contact records, perhaps creating a new contact if you want particular information on it to keep it simple for staff so they're not faced with the overall contact record. They can just fill these forms in. We know that you've got completes a task, and that is what it says on the tin. It's if a member of staff completes a task. Now you can build these into campaigns that, let's say you've got a team of people working on the same project, you can build workflows and dependencies so that I complete a task, which then following on from that, it creates a task for the next team member and so forth. They complete it, creates the next task. That gives you a great way to have an overview of projects, where staff are at the moment with a project, who's not pulling their weight, creates ownership and responsibility for a task, because if I tick the box that it's done, you know when I tick the box, and if it isn't finished, then I have to explain why I tick the box. Moves an opportunity, that's specifically your sales funnel, your sales pipeline, moving from initial inquiry to information provided to sale approved, won, lost, whatever opportunities you have in your pipeline. Applies a note, good for repetitive processes. So let's say you take lots of inbound phone calls. Well, every time there's an inbound phone call, I apply a note with the details, which then means anyone else that looks at the contact record can see what the conversation was and what the outcome. Any further steps to take, anything like that, then applies a tag. It does just that. If the user applies a particular tag, then certain actions will take. That's a good way to drop people into campaigns, move them around between campaigns, anything like that. So we'll look at these in more detail, and that's just an overview of what these are and why they are specifically different to the contact goals, which is all based around actions taken by your customer or prospect. I hope that's useful. Cheers.